All right, this is 5th grade Excel lesson 62, determining composite numbers, prime numbers, and prime factors. First, a little bit of a review from the last lesson from 61, and you might even want to go back and watch part of that explanation before watching this video, but factors of numbers. For the factors of 6, we have 1 and 6 because 1 times 6 is 6. And 2 and 3 because 2 times 3 is 6. Now the definition of a prime number, as it says here, is that a prime number is a number that has only 2 whole numbers as its factors, one in itself. So you can see that 6 would not be a prime number because it has more than just 1 and 6 as its factors. It has 1, 2, 3, and 6. So that's not a prime number. That's actually considered to be a composite number, which is the opposite of a prime number. The number 2 is a prime number because 1 times 2 is 2, and that's it. Only 1 and the number itself, 2, are factors of 2. So the number 2 is prime. Okay, so the number 1 is not considered to be a prime number because the only factor of 1 is 1. Not 1 in itself, it's just got one factor. So a composite number, get rid of that there, a composite number is a number that has more than 2 factors. So it gives you the examples of 8, 12, and 20, that those are composite numbers. The factors of 8 are 1 and 8, and 2 and 4. So we have more than just 1 and 8 being the factors of 8, and that makes that a composite number. 12 is also a composite number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 are the factors of 12, so obviously not just 1 and 12. And 20 is also a composite number, not a prime number. Remember, prime numbers are numbers that only have 1 and itself as their factors. So it asks you the question here, what are the prime numbers that are less than 20? So you're going to list those on the line. So let me get rid of this writing here. So you're going to write 1 is not a prime number actually because we just said that 1's not prime. So I don't need to put that on there. And what about 2? Well, yeah, 2 is a prime number because 1 times 2. What about 3? 1 times 3 and that's it. So 3 is prime. Is 4 a prime number? Well, no, 4 can be divided by 2. So 4 is not a prime number. 5, is that a prime number? Yes, it is, because 1 times 5, that's it, that goes into 5. How about 6? Is that a prime number? It's not a prime number because not only 1 times 6 makes 6, but also 2 times 3. How about 7? Is that a prime number? Well, yes, it is, because 1 times 7, that's it, to make 7. Why don't you pause the video and see if you can list all the prime numbers that go up to 20 on this line, and after you've listed them, turn the video back on to see if you were right. Okay, 8 is not a prime number. Pretty much every even number other than 2 is not going to be a prime number because you can always divide even numbers by 2. And so now we go to 9. What about that? Well, 9's not a prime number because 3 times 3 is 9. 10 is even, so that's not prime. 11 is a prime number. Only 1 times 11 makes 11. What about 12? No, that's even. 13, that's a prime number. The only numbers that go into 13 are 1 and 13. 14 is even. 15 is not prime because 3 times 5 makes 15. 16 is even. 17 is a prime number. There's no numbers that go into 17 besides 1 and 17. 18 is even, so that's not prime. And 19 is a prime number because only 1 times 19 makes 19. Having a little trouble here. There we go, 1 times 19. Now, what about prime factors? Prime factors are all the prime numbers that can go into a given number. And the way we do that is we make this thing called a factor tree. And you can see some factor trees that are done down here. I'm going to show you how these are actually made instead of just looking at the examples. Let me just demonstrate this for you. So the prime factors of 20, the way we do this is we write the number 20, and then we build a little tree underneath that, and we think of 2 numbers that can go into 20. And you could either put 10 times 2, or you could put 5 times 4. So I'm going to just start with 5 times 4. What I like to do is anytime I write a number here that's a prime number, I circle it because I know I can't make that into two other numbers. 5 is a prime number, so that's going to be one of my prime factors of 20. But I can break 4 down into two numbers that are multiplying to make 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Now each one of these numbers is prime, so the prime factorization of 20 is 2, 5, and 2. And you can see that here in the factor tree that I just made. How about the factors of 8? Let me get this cleared off and I'll show you how to do 8. It's already done here for you, but I'm going to do it again so you can see the process. 8 is the same thing as 4 times 2. 2 is a prime number. 4 can be broken down into 2 times 2. Both of those are prime numbers, so you can see that the prime factorization of 8 is 2, 2, and 2. Another way to write this is 2 cubed, because 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 2 to the third power. That means the number 2 being multiplied 3 times. Alright, now let's take a look at the next page here, at least on mine. Now they're asking you for the prime factors of 6 for number 3. Why don't you try that problem and then turn the video back on to see if you got it right. Okay, the prime factors of 6 are, should have made a prime factor or a factor tree here, is 2 and 3. 2 times 3 is 6, and you can't break either one of those numbers down. So 2 and 3, or you could have written 3 and 2, it doesn't make any difference. Go ahead and try 4, 5, and 6, and then turn the video back on to see if you got those 3 correct. Alright, prime factorization of 9. 3 times 3 is 9, so the answer is 3 times 3, or 3 squared is another way to write that. Prime factors of 11, there are no prime factors of 11 because 11 is a prime number. So the answer is none. We can't put any 1s in our answer. So if you put 1 times 11, that would not be correct. I'm sorry. What are the prime factors of 18? Write the number 18. Break that down into 2, which you could do 6 and 3, or you could do 9 and 2. Doesn't make any difference. You're going to end up with the same answer either way, because 6 is equal to 3 times 2, and so 3 is a prime number, 2 is a prime number, and 3 is a prime number. So the prime factorization of 18 is 2, 3, and 3, or 2 times 3 squared is another way to write that. Alrighty, and let's trash that and go to, well, that's it. That's the last problem. So thanks for watching.